Hey everybody, welcome to Pink Shade. It's Monday. You guys, it's still Mugshot Monday, but no mugshots here. But it does start with an M. Match Me Abroad Monday. Hey.
Hey, and everyone is so super excited that next Monday
Yes.
we get back to the bottom of the barrel of
Yes.
shows with
Yes.
Love After a Lockup. So
Um,
everyone's just like, when's it starting? When's it starting? When's it starting? It's like, got another week.
Is this Love After Lockup or is this Life After Lockup? It might be Life because we have
It
Daniel and
probably is.
Bianca and we have Montana
You're
Mills. So I
right.
think Life.
And don't forget Zaria.
Oh, geez. No,
I'm not ready for that screaming banshee. Like all that
yeah.
yelling and screaming and she's pregnant.
But maybe she got her meds regulated because she did say that she found out, recording that first season that she had, bipolar or psychosis. I don't know what the fuck. She had something. And she was like, I'm trying to regulate myself now. So that's good.
Well, hopefully she can still take those medicines while she's pregnant.
That's a great point too. Well, we'll just have to see. And again, I try not to watch a lot of pre stuff. I know that's crazy. People are like, are you insane? Why don't you watch the previews or the trailers that they send or whatever? I'm like,
Mhm.
I like to be surprised on the day of. I like to watch it one time through, get surprised, and then watch it another
Yeah.
time and take notes for a new show.
Yeah, I've only seen like the trailer that they have been putting in with Mama June.
Oh, okay. Well, see, I don't watch Mama
So
June,
that's
so
as
there you
far
go.
as I've that
Mhm.
but I think they sent us something, didn't they? Like an
Well, but
official trailer or was it the screener? I can't remember.
we have the official trailer and the screener. Yeah. Mhm.
I haven't watched them either.
I haven't watched it. So,
Mm-mm.
you guys, next Monday, we will be back to Mugshot Monday, Match Me Abroad. We'll go back over to the $10 level of Prime. That's just the way it is. We had to fill this spot for a few weeks. This is episode 6. So next week, going over on Prime will be episode 7, and there'll be 7 more episodes because there's 14 episodes of this show. Unlike what we said last week, we thought this would be the last one, but no, I had that
Yeah.
completely wrong.
Well, these mofos need a little bit more time.
I think so. I think the story, they
Yeah.
definitely wouldn't have been able to wrap it up. Because we were
No.
both like, they introduced a new person and now they're going to wrap it up,
Yeah.
but
Now we know why.
I think I got it confused with Virgins was only 6 episodes. And then
Which
I
that
think
needed to be 14.
we could have had a couple more episodes of that to wrap those loose
I
ends as
agree.
well. At
Yeah.
least just show us somebody banging. Come on.
Banging, humping, something like
Making out?
something
Anything,
sexual.
anything.
Yeah. Nothing. Nothing at all. I bet they're still virgins. I bet they are.
Every bar they go to in their hometown, like, hey, there's the virgin. Hey, up top, man, buy him a beer.
I
Poor guy.
know.
Yeah.
Can you imagine poor Alex going to that bar that we saw him go to a couple of times during the season? And now every fucking person in there knows he's a big old virgin.
I think that some girl is going to be like, you know what? I'll take one for the team.
Yep.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah,
Let's do
because
it.
he's not like Quasimodo. I
No, he's
thought he was
cute.
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 Yeah, he just long as she had very low expectations, because that was going to be a one pump and done.
Well, then he's going to be in love. So she better watch out for
Oh
that.
God, yeah, yep,
Yep.
yep, yep. You're so correct.
Well, let's talk about these people on Match Me Abroad. So this is season 2, episode 6, Smoke and Mirrors. Everything is a fire theme. Remember.
Yes,
Let me move
yes.
my screen over here because you're not big enough. I can't see your cute face big enough. Let's see.
Not
Come
big
on.
enough. My
No,
big
there it
old
is. Okay.
head.
It is. Okay. God, nobody has a bigger head than my husband. Such a big head.
No one has as good of thighs as your husband.
Listen, it doesn't matter. It balances out with this giant head.
His head is not.
Oh, it's huge.
I've never seen him and said, "Oh, he has a big head." My husband does.
Dave has a big head. He like baseball hat. He can't get a baseball hat that fits him. He has like one from college that he's hanging on to that fits him. And I got him one the other day. I go, this one that looks. It was in John's room. We were cleaning out John's room. There's this OU baseball hat. I go, this is the exact same hat, the one that you wear all the time that
Mhm.
fits you. That's disgusting because you've had it since college and you're 57 years
Yeah.
old. I said,
Uh-huh.
but here's one that looks exactly like it. So it came out of John's room. I think he must have bought it. Look, it'll be a fresh, clean one for you. Literally, he put it on and the back snaps popped off. Like it wouldn't fit him. His head is so big it wouldn't fit on the snaps, wouldn't fit him.
I've
His head
never
is
now I
huge.
have to go back and stalk your page looking for
Mhm.
pictures of, Dave to see how big his head is. That's worrisome.
Yeah, his
Fit a hat, like,
he's
what is
never
going
he
on?
cannot, and sometimes he'll get a hat and he'll put it on. I go, "Well, that's cute." He goes, "No, it looks weird because my head's big." And I'm like, you might be right."
You're
But
right.
it fits. It'll
Mhm.
fit him, but it doesn't look right. If anybody has
Oh.
a knowledge of hats for men with giant heads, let me know, because he'd
They
like to
have
wear.
bigger ones. Trust me, I know because James looks like fucking the first stages of cavemen, how big their heads were.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
That's
yeah,
James.
yeah,
If
yeah.
he could find like, but he has to look for like a special size, I believe.
Okay, well, ask James.
Yeah, because I was like, I'm glad I didn't birth your big head kids, because there's no way. Uh-uh.
How did we get on this conversation? Because I said smoke and mirrors, and it's gonna be about, and I didn't even start talking, and how we started got down big heads.
You know how we do.
I don't
But
know. Okay, but I'd have to
mm-mm,
listen back to
no,
figure it
mm-mm.
out. All right, let's start with Harold. I'm
Yay!
I'm feeling very positive about Harold.
This is the best that I have felt about Harold in 2 seasons. Like, this is great. I think out of all the couples, Harold is gonna walk away with his person.
God, I hope so. Okay,
Me too.
but does he want to move to Singapore?
Okay, so I was gonna bring that up to you as well,
Yeah.
because there was one couple that we saw, and I was picking up, I really want a green card vibes.
Okay.
Yeah.
This
So
not her.
not her,
Mm-mm.
but it was another couple. So I was wondering the same thing, like, what's going to be the plan? Who's going to move?
Yeah. So, because he can't do his job there, because he's very.
Mm-mm.
You know what I got to figure out. You know, my husband works for a nuclear company, and there's not many
Mm-hmm.
of them. There's very few, actually.
You're going to find that man's job.
I gotta figure out if Harold works for the company that my husband also works for.
By next week, she's going to know how much he makes an hour,
Mhm,
his 401k plan.
mhm.
She's going to know what kind of insurance he's on. She's
Because
going to know it all.
that guy from Love Is Blind DC had worked for my
I
husband's
remember.
company. Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm gonna
She's on it.
make it a mental note. Okay. So they're going to fly a kite. So they get in with the driver, and he says, "Oh, I actually, I have a lot of interest, and I got into flying kites because I wanted to figure out a way to make a kite a generator. So if it's flying in the wind,
Mm-hmm.
it could be." She was like, "Wow, that's just, I mean, let me tell you something. He's got some good ideas."
He has some good ideas. I just don't know if they go anywhere past what he draws in his little book.
Yeah, but some of them are really good, and he should meet with like a patent lawyer.
I agree, because he
Yeah,
keeps giving away all his damn good ideas on TV.
I know.
Someone else is gonna steal it.
Don't go on Shark Tank, Harold. They'll eat you alive. Okay.
Oh
So
God.
she tells him, he says, like, "Oh, we should, talk about questions about ourselves." So she says,
Mm-hmm.
"Okay." Her name is Amber, right?
Yes.
Yeah. She says, "I'm 37. I was born in China. I immigrated to Singapore when I was 7, and I'm very grateful for that because I got a good education." And he says, "I'm 43. I'm Harold. I am." So
I
cute.
try so hard not to laugh. I'm like, oh Harold, she
He
knows your name.
Oh, he is. I am 43. I am Harold. I am from the US. I was born in Connecticut. I have certification to work with nuclear materials, so I keep people safe at the nuclear plant. And she goes, "Oh, that sounds dangerous." He says, "Oh, it is a dangerous job, but it's very safe as long as you follow the steps." And then either he says or she says, maybe they accidentally, when they were talking, touched each other.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, "Touch?" And he puts his hand on her. And in the talking head, she goes, "Yeah, this is very awkward, but we're having a nice conversation." In Asian culture, we don't hold hands on a first date,
Mm-hmm.
but he's short on time here. So maybe it's a good idea. And then she says, "His hand is kind of chubby, so it feels like holding onto a sponge." And then she says, "It's very comfortable, actually."
Yeah, like a squish ball. You know what I mean? It's
Well,
squishy, but
when
well,
she said a sponge, you could think of a chubby hand and how it was like smushy.
yeah. She's
Like for
called him chubby like 3 times.
I know, and that I really do think, and we've heard this quite a bit, that this is in Asian culture, they just flat out say, "You're too big, you're fat." They just say.
Yeah,
that's
I've been told that in like the nail shop before. Like
right.
once you go there so long, like
Yeah.
they feel really comfortable. Yeah, I've been told you too chubby.
Yeah.
You be girl, but you lose weight, you be perfect. I'm like, well, God damn, all right. And the way that Harold said touch is the equivalent of when I take Saki to his dog training class and they
uh,
had to rub the dog treat all over your hand and say, touch. And that's how you teach them to touch.
uh,
Saki touch. That is exactly how he sounded. I'm like, hey, Harold. It
oh, that is so funny. But I thought it was cute because she was like, "Oh,
was cute.
it's squishy, but it's comfortable." So
Yeah.
they do a selfie with this cool building. So I looked up this building because
Of course you did.
I was fascinated by this building because it's
If someone showed me a picture of that building right now, I wouldn't recognize it.
okay. So it looks like 3 buildings in a row, and then
Hmm.
a boat on top that's obviously some sort of garden.
Oh,
And it all looks
okay.
like it's just sort of haphazardly put together, but it's actually 6 buildings. So the 3 that you see, and I won't be able to do this. And okay, here, I've got
Mary
props.
Poppins bag.
Okay,
She
so
just
what it
dug
is?
in it.
Okay, so 2 of the shit. So 2, it's 6 buildings. So the
Girl
2 of the
down.
build. Okay, two of the buildings are like this, right?
Hmm.
They touch each other in the middle. Okay, touch each other in the middle like that. Okay.
Yeah.
So it looks like 3 from this side,
Hmm.
but it's 6. So it's 6 buildings, and then on top, those are the supports, right? And then on top is a massive roof, which has, like, the biggest pool in Singapore. So what this is, these 6 buildings are a hotel, and then you can go up and look at the gardens and the pool, but you can't go into the pool area unless you have a key card for the hotel. On the bottom of it, what it's sitting on, which you can't see from where they are, is a shopping mall. And then when
Hmm.
you pull out next to it is a huge arena, and then another standalone hotel that looks exactly the same with a similar boat thing on the top.
Yeah, I didn't see any of that shit. I had subtitles on, so I literally it was a mind fuck for me. I'm like, I kind of gotta pay attention to the picture
Yeah.
instead of just the words down here. I didn't see any of that, Mary Payne.
Well, if anybody wants to look it up, it's called the Marina Bay Sands. It's in
I
Singapore.
think you need to work for them because you just probably there's some people probably going on the website saying I need to book this like that. The way Mary Payne described it, I want to book it.
Well, they said the rooms were a little dated, but it's worth it to be able to have a key card to be able to go up to that pool.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to take
Me
your word for it.
I'm not going up 100 stories and getting in a pool. That's a that's a no. I'm
No.
gonna go
Hmm.
ground level on a pool. So, it's cool. So anyway, they have a kite, but there's not a lot of wind. So they're running, and they probably sent him to this park because it's right on the water, and so they probably thought for sure there'll be a wind, but there's a day with no
Right.
wind. So he's running with the kite. His pants are falling down, which was hilarious.
Of all the times he doesn't wear the fucking suspenders, is
He wears
right now.
he doesn't own a belt, I guess.
Well, so I have a husband that has kind of a bigger belly, kind of like Harold does.
Yes, but
And
I've
it's
seen your
like you,
husband, and it's not the same, but okay. Okay. Your husband's belly
oh,
is not like Harold's.
I'm gonna get a talking to after he hears this shit.
Yeah,
It's not exactly, but he's a bigger man.
he's tall, yes.
Man, I'm gonna have to say something bad about myself to even it out here. Um, I really am. Remind me I have to say something bad about myself before we end this show.
Okay, all right, all
So
right.
you kind of have to, it's hard, and he has this issue as well, and he does wear a belt, but once you kind of go under the belly, it
Yes.
kind of slides a little bit.
Okay.
So
Mhm.
he has that issue as well, and he does wear the belt. So I don't. Poor Harold. I was like, we're gonna get a butt shot. I'm like, we're gonna get a butt shot.
Yeah, it's, yeah, he goes, "Well, this is a time where I certainly wish I was wearing my suspenders. Huh.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't have too much wind, but we sure had fun." So, and then he tells us he feels like his lung will burst with the butterflies. And he says he's not sure if she feels the same. He thinks she's amazing and attractive. And he says, I've got to feel like I need to talk to her before it goes further. So I think it's interesting because he's like, this is the first date. I want to go on a date with her again, but let's get it all out on the table because she rejects me. I don't even want to try to ask her. I mean, it's sad, but it's a good way to be blunt about it, I think.
I and I I agree. And he's been so unlucky in love.
Yeah.
It's like, look, if you're not going to be able to handle this, then there's no reason for us to go on.
Yeah. Yeah. So they sit with the picnic, and I can't tell because they have champagne flutes. Is he drinking alcohol, do you think, or do you think it's just like a
He
sparkling
doesn't,
thing?
yeah, he doesn't drink alcohol. I remember that from last season.
Yeah, but no,
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 that was this season.
this
It
was
was
this
this season.
season.
Yeah.
But I think, didn't he say he would have a glass or something on New Year's Eve, but what he decided was it's expensive and he liked it too much.
Right.
So maybe he would have the one. I don't know. Anyway, I was trying to figure
He,
that out because he had told
he's
us
saving it
before.
for New Year's Eve, Mary Payne.
But also, if it's free, maybe he'll drink it because
That's true
production
too.
gave him that picnic basket. So she says, "Do you do a lot of picnics like this?" And he goes, "No, actually, I don't. I don't go on many dates." She goes, "Oh, interesting." She says, "What qualities are you looking for?" And
Mm-hmm.
he says, "Kind, honest, attractive because you need chemistry, independent, and caring." Now, do you notice he started with kind and honest, unlike what we're going to get from Tony later, right?
Oh, he's just a one giant ick. And he looks like
So
a fucking thumb.
I did a screenshot this week and sent it to Ingrid because she was putting together like the grid that we do for Instagram and stuff. And I said,
Mm-hmm.
she'd sent it to me and it was just like a cast photo of Match Me Abroad. And I was like, I did a screenshot of Tony and how gross he was. And I said, this needs to be the picture.
I
Everybody
mean,
needs to know we're going to be talking about this guy.
he could be cute.
But
Like he's got a cute face, but then he opens his mouth
mm-mm,
and it just goes, and he was really bad this episode.
really bad this episode. So Harold tells her he also likes somebody that's independent,
Mm-hmm.
but also very caring. And he needs somebody to be patient with him. He says, "I'm a little bit autistic, and so I miss obvious things."
Yes, he
And she
does.
said, and she doesn't even say a word like, "Oh, really? Tell me more," or "That's weird," or anything. She goes,
Yeah.
"Oh," she says, "Well, I've been told I'm very patient, so I think I could probably fit the bill." Whoa,
Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. I was surprised that she actually said I would fit the bill. So that means she's thinking,
that they're dating.
huh, he's got potential. Yeah. I mean, they're moving fast for a first date.
She says, "I'm not looking to casually date. I am looking for a future husband."
Okay.
And okay, all right, and I like that too. I like just be direct.
Yep.
And she's in the talking head. She says, "I've never been with somebody who's autistic, but I do know there's a spectrum, and I don't know how much autism he has. But if with I
Yes.
have 12% autism. But that was
6
funny.
ounces. 6 ounces.
1.2 pounds. So she
Yeah.
says, "I don't know how much autism he has, but if he didn't tell me, I probably wouldn't have noticed." Now I think eventually she would have noticed.
Uh, so with my
Eventually.
stepson being autistic,
Yeah.
me and James can pick up on it by the second sentence.
Yeah.
We just can. And with to me with Harold, it's pretty obvious. But if she's never been around someone with autism, she's probably like, "Oh, he's quirky."
Yeah. Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? Yeah,
I'm glad he told her.
I
So
am too.
she could do a
'Cause,
little research on her own and yeah.
yep, good
And
for him.
so she says,
He was brave boy this
"I
episode.
know, it was so
He
cute."
was.
And she says, "I think we match on many levels and we have similar interests. And I'm looking for somebody who wants to put family first," which is interesting because he hasn't said he's interested in like starting a family or anything.
I don't think we've ever heard him say that before.
I don't either. Now, how old is Harold? He's
43.
43. But remember, his granddad was like 75 when he gave birth to his dad or something crazy.
Yeah, so they've got some good strong sperm.
Yeah.
So if it's
Mhm.
he's okay.
Um, so she says, "Okay, well, here's the thing about me. I'm an only child, and my
Mhm.
parents worry about my marriage situation."
Yeah.
Yeah, and she says, and she's in her 30s, right? I can't remember how old she is, but she's in
Mhm.
her 30s. And she said, what did she say that above when she says how old she is? She's
I thought she
37.
was 34 or 37.
She's 37. Okay. Um, how quickly I forget within one paragraph to the other. And she says, "My parents worry I'm not married, and that's another reason I'm very intent on finding someone. So you will have many tests to pass." He goes, "Oh, okay." And
He likes tests.
she says, "You have to pass my parents, of course,
Mhm.
then my close group of friends, then all my relatives back in China, and even my ex-boss, who's very interested in my dating life.
Okay,
What?
that's a lot. Like the ex-boss, he could go
He
fuck off. Like,
just put the Xbox in the category with friends. Don't make it a new category.
yeah. And can they all meet at one time and get it over with?
No, that would be too much for him.
Ugh.
And he goes, "Wow, well, this is a lot of tests to pass." And she goes, "Mm-hmm." And so this may be why she doesn't get a lot of second dates.
Yeah, because who wants that kind of pressure?
That's a lot.
Yeah.
So, in the talking head, he goes, "So I told her the thing about me being on the spectrum, and she seemed to understand and took it well. And
Hmm.
then she told me all these tests I have to pass and get approval before being able to truly move forward. I'm scared, but I'm glad she's sharing all of this because it means we have a path forward together. And if
Yeah.
she's on my side, how can I lose?"
Oh, Amber, I tell you what, if you fuck over our boy, we're coming to Singapore. We're not going to eat anything while we're there because I don't do frogs and whatever else that shit was that you were eating. But
Ears.
we're coming looking for you. Oh, we're coming. We're looking for you, Amber. So take it easy. What I fear is it will be like with Michaela last
Yeah.
season,
He'll
and
go
then once he
home
goes
and then
back
it can't get,
home.
yeah.
But I'm thinking with her, since she's an only child, she's probably gonna want to stay in Singapore.
That's what I'm thinking.
So I feel like he's gonna have to make the move.
Okay, well, I don't know what the nuclear regulatory situation is in Singapore. Do they have nuclear power? I don't know. God, if only my husband was here, I could ask him.
I tell you what, Mary Payne, if you do all this research and you find out he's just a security guard, I'm gonna be pretty upset with Harold. Like, why
I
didn't
don't
you
think
just tell
he
us you weren't
is.
security?
I
Okay,
absolutely
good.
don't think he is. No.
Okay.
All right, let's move on to our guy Tony. This is our
Can we
guy. This
skip
is our
him? Can we
guy.
skip him?
We can't skip
This
him.
was cringy. It really was.
It's almost like he's an actor trying to be the worst version of himself.
Then that would be good because I'm like, okay, thank God he's not really like this. But I really think this is how he really is.
Because a lot of times I'll look at this and I go, okay, so they told them to play up this or they told them to do this. But these women for sure were not expecting this guy because you could tell by their natural reactions of like, what? Am I being punked right now? Yeah.
And he would not date a single one of those girls.
No.
Which one of them was kind of, was she?
Okay. We're not going to talk about these women
Okay.
and our opinions of their looks. But
No,
I would
it wasn't the
say,
look. It was.
I would say
Mhm.
he wouldn't date any of them. He
No,
wouldn't see any of them and want to date
no.
them.
They were all the opposite of
Right.
what he said he liked.
I will say
Total opposite.
the first girl he wouldn't date because he would think he wouldn't like her tattoos.
I think he would not like her size.
Oh, okay. Because I thought she was regular size, but she wasn't super
To
skinny. But she was like,
us,
yeah, she was a regular
yeah,
size
to
girl.
us she
Yeah.
was regular size, but to him,
Second girl he won't like because of the hair.
And her, yes.
Third girl he would like when he looked at her, but he was judging her for the kid and
her
there were
career.
and her career. So he wouldn't. Yeah. Okay. So Tony goes to meet with Louisa, and it looks like they're at somebody's house. And she goes, "Do you know why you're here?" He goes, "Looks like we're in somebody's home." And she
I
goes,
love the fact she wore her hair back like that. She's like, "Oh, you don't like short hair? You're fit to see all this neck
"You're gonna
today,
see the
Tony.
back of my
All the
neck.
neck, all of it."
I'm gonna pull back my stubby little ponytail and make you
Yes.
look at it.
And those earrings she had on, oh, those were everything.
I'm
Did you
liking her.
notice them?
I didn't notice the earrings, but I'm liking her more and
Really?
more. What were the earrings?
I did too. I didn't like her in the big. They were very bold. They were gold. They were like from here to here. They were awesome. I'm like, I love those. But you wouldn't see them because I always wear my hair down. But yeah.
Okay.
I'm liking them more too.
So she goes, "Well, we're here for a blind dating experience. I want to challenge you to pay attention to more than looks." He goes, "Oh gosh." And she goes, "You're going to have to trust the process." And she shows him this blindfold. And she goes, "And the women will also be blindfolded, so they can't judge you either.
Right.
You're going to have a little bit of time to talk to 3 different women. And at the end, you can choose one girl to go on a date with." So he's like,
Yeah.
"Oh God." So the talking head, he goes, I don't like this at all. He goes, I get why she's doing it, but I don't like it. And the talking head, Louisa, says, I created this because if he wants a serious relationship, he's got to take the physicality out of it because it's not going to
Yeah.
always be there.
Yeah.
All right, girl number one. We're going to go through the girls one by one.
Mm-hmm.
Her name is Lucilla, and she goes by Lou. And he goes, oh, okay, Lucy. And she goes, Lou.
He called her Lulu.
Lulu. And she goes, no, my name is Lou. Don't try to give me a nickname. We don't know each other.
Yeah, like right from the beginning, he's trying to take control. I'm going to give you a new name.
She has tattoos. She has long red hair. She feels his head. Okay.
Yes.
And she goes, you don't have any hair. And he goes, no hair, don't care. Or long hair, don't care. Right? You got long hair? What's going on there?
And she did, which that's what he likes.
And she tells
that would have been
him
the only thing.
She tells him she has long hair. So he kind of like feels her hair. And she says she's been single for 5 years. And he goes, oh, you've been celibate for 5 years. First of all, what a thing to say. And that's not what that means. You could be dating somebody.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And
you just haven't been in a relationship.
And she goes, there's been some stuff in the middle. And she laughs. She says, normal stuff. And she goes, in Brazil, men aren't really into commitment. So women just go with the flow. Mm-hmm. And he goes, oh, really? He goes, well, I'm more conservative than that. Now, that's my first shut up, Tony. Okay, because I've got it in parentheses. Shut up, Tony.
Uh-huh.
So the talking head, Lou, goes, yeah, I would rather he have hair, but I'm open to it. Like, I'm open to get to know him better. It's all about the whole package. Lou's got the right attitude.
Yeah, yes.
She'd prefer him to have hair, but let's get to know him.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be.
The talking head, he says about Lou, he goes, she told me she's not been celibate. And if you're not in a relationship, you should be celibate. Oh,
okay. So that's one thing that's wrong with him. He needs to get a fucking something. He needs to get it sucked. He needs to fuck. He needs something. He needs to release. That is what is wrong with him. Right there.
Producer says, how long have you been celibate?
Uh-huh.
Which I love that producer for saying that.
Uh-huh.
And he laughs and goes, oh, I don't feel comfortable answering that. So he's banging girls, but he thinks a woman should not be having sex if they're not in a relationship.
And I would love to see these women that he's banging.
Oh, it's 1-800-CALL-A-HOE.
I agree.
Yeah.
I totally agree. Yeah.
Girl number 2 is spelled like Layla, but she says Lila. She's 26. Mm-hmm. She has medium hair. It's not long. And she tells him she used to work in digital fashion, but now she's a full-time content creator. She's been single since COVID. And he says, so why don't you have a boyfriend? Oh, well, same could be asked of you, Tony. And she says, well, I date around, but sometimes it's not meant to be.
Right.
She says, so what are you?
Right now.
Like right now. I got to get out of here.
Yes,
She says, so what are you looking for? And he goes, long hair, past the shoulders.
Why would that be the first thing that you said? What if she had hair extensions and they were long, but her hair is really short? Then what are you going to do?
Probably that third girl has hair extensions, don't you think?
Possibly. But he has no fucking hair and he can't grow it.
And he tattooed it on.
Exactly. I'm like, you're so fixated. Did I say that right?
Fixated?
What did I say?
I don't know. Fixated?
It was just wrong. On hair for a motherfucker who can't grow any. I don't get that at all. It's some...
A psychologist needs to break this down for us.
Immediately. Yeah, because it's just, I don't know if he still has that, like, I was beat up as a kid and it's just looking for perfection and everything, so no one can make fun of him. Like, I've got this perfect life, I've got this, even though I live in a maybe apartment that's all white with a little bit of blue decor. Like, he's weird. He's just weird.
Yeah. I'd love to know how they found him to get on this show. So...
yeah.
He says, he goes, I'm looking for a woman with long hair past her shoulders, a woman that exercises, has a little bit of muscle. And
But he doesn't.
He doesn't.
He doesn't.
And she goes, okay, interesting.
Yeah.
And the talking head, Lila says, he was talking about physical things, which just tell me
Yeah,
he's insecure about himself.
true.
And she goes,
Spot
and
on.
that's not my type to what I usually go
Mm-hmm.
for. Like somebody that lacks confidence, so they're putting it on
Right.
me. So she's smart.
Yep.
Girl 3 is Gabriella. Long
Mm-hmm.
hair. She's
Mm-hmm.
gorgeous. And
Yep.
she says she's a DJ. And he goes, "Oh,
Mm-hmm.
really? Well, that's a problem because clubs are too loud for me.
Well, you don't have to go to her job.
You don't have to go with her to work."
No, you most people don't go with their spouses to work unless they work together. So,
And he says, "How long have you been single?" And she goes, "I've been single about 1 year." And then she says, "Do you have kids? Do you like children?"
mhm.
And he goes, "Oh, yeah, I love kids." And she goes, "Well, I have a daughter who's 1.5 years old." And in the talking head, he goes, "I can't believe she has a kid and is a DJ. You couldn't believe these things you couldn't think these things would go together. That's concerning for me."
He said that like she was a prostitute who was poor. That is how it sounded. I can't believe she's a prostitute and she's poor. That is a he's such a snob and a half.
He's such a dick.
Yep.
Um, in the talking head, he goes, "Yeah, the whole experience was precarious." Here's where just he always uses these big words that make no sense.
Yeah.
And he goes,
Mhm.
"I feel disappointed and I'm beginning to wonder if this is all a waste of time." Okay, well, you're going to
You're a
Brazil,
waste
so
of
just
time.
go to the beach.
Yeah.
Um, okay, let's move on to Sarah in Houston. And Sarah and her mom, Kitty.
Mhm.
You gotta love a Kitty from Houston.
Kitty. We
Um,
have a lot of kitties in Houston.
it's
It's
interesting, right?
very I don't know why. There's
Yep.
always a kitty. Yeah, very weird.
So they're going to meet with Dolly, and it's Dolly and Kitty. And so she says, in the car, she's telling her mom about Freddie. And she
Mhm.
goes, "Yeah, but I mean, I think, he's great. But I think,
Yeah.
he was young, he lacked stability and success." Now, believe it or not, Keisha, and this is gonna blow everybody's mind. Randomly on TV when I couldn't find something to watch, I don't know when it
Mhm.
was, probably Tuesday night because that's when Below Deck comes on, and I don't fuck with Below Deck. Um,
Mhm.
I do sometimes, but not generally. I probably flipped it over to Match Me Ab they were running a rerun of Match Me Abroad, but
Uh-huh.
it
Uh-huh.
was this episode, but it was More to Love with the bonus
Okay.
scenes.
Oh.
Okay. Kimberly always watches like 90 Day More to Love with the bonus scenes and then tells me what they
Okay.
are. I can't find them, and I'm like, "I don't wanna watch a 2-hour show with just to find the 4 bonus scenes.
Right.
Just give me the
Mhm.
bonus scenes." So they go to this you remember when they were in all those little booths where all those artists and
Yeah.
stuff?
Mhm.
He had a whole booth, a whole little
Of what?
store that was his stuff, that was his art.
Why
And
wouldn't they show that?
they went in and they discussed it at length. It was so you could see why
That's
after
weird.
that she would be like, "Oh, he's actually very interesting." So his stuff was very, um it seems like very Asian culture, like anime almost, right?
Yeah.
What
Mhm.
it was all these different figurines, like
Mhm.
molded plastic and paintings and of this same hamster, okay? And she goes,
Wait, we did see something with a hamster because she goes, hamsters are cute.
"Hamsters are cute," but then he had, like, some of them, he had the teeth jagged drawn on them,
Oh, okay. Okay.
and some of them had, like, blood coming from their eyes, and
Okay.
then some of the drawings, they looked super crazy,
Mhm.
um but it was a whole scene of them looking at all of his art and discussing it and him going, "Well, the meaning of this is, yes, the hamster is very cute, but just like people, like, is very complex, and this one has the feeling of the da 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 da, and it's like the
Mhm.
mother is behind him, and he's the feeling of the dread of the mother." It was like a whole thing. And so she's like,
Huh.
"Wow, okay." Like, so she really kinda got it. It was interesting. I
So
mean,
I'll say this:
I don't
when
want a
when
killer
she's telling
hamster in my house, but okay. Yeah.
no, 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 no. When she's describing everything to her mom, she's still very respectful, even though he's totally not her type. So th- I really like her. Sometimes she says stuff, and I'm like, but she seems to be a really nice person overall.
I
She has bad fashion
her
choices.
mother raised
Like,
her correctly to be polite is what
I
I
agree.
think.
Her
Yeah.
fashion choices, not so much. She needs to watch. dressing 40 and over with Keisha, even though she's not 40 and over.
Mhm.
But like those thick-soled shoes that she wears with the dress, the bucket hat with the LV all over it, which I doubt was real. But she's just really nice because she was not into this guy. And if she had said bad things about him, we would have been okay. I see what you're saying, but she was nice. She even said he was cute.
I think all her shit is real.
I'm so
I think
jealous.
I think she comes from money, and I think
You
she's had
think
a
so?
lot of rich boyfriends, and those bucket hats are only like $500. Believe me, I've looked into it. Yeah.
Yeah, I would. I love Louis Vuitton, but I would not buy a
I
$500 Louis Vuitton bucket hat.
I have a Prada bucket hat,
Yeah,
and I
I
got it
cannot
off.
see you wearing a bucket hat.
Oh, I got it in my mind, it's blue, but it's like nylon, and it's got this
Mhm.
tiny little Prada on it. I wouldn't get something with the label all over it, and it's like it's really like to protect from the rain because it's like nylon.
Right.
It's so cute, but when I put it on, I'm like, "I'm the cutest person in the world, nobody can tell me I'm not." And then I put it on, I'm like, "Where's this girl going? Who does this girl think she is? This girl needs to put this in the closet for display."
So I'll tell you what,
Mhm.
since you're not doing anything with it,
Mhm.
you can always send it to me.
Uh,
I'm just saying.
I think it's at the beach. I think it's at the beach. I say I put it on for you and take a picture, but when I get to the beach,
You
I'll
need
take
to.
yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
please do.
Um, and literally I got it off the Real. I think it was like a couple $100. And I had tried one on this particular Prada bucket hat when we were in London. And I was like, if I ever see one on the Real that's 200 or less, I'll get it.
And
And
then
then
there
there
you go.
was one and I got it. And I think I was like half drunk on wine and was like, this is so cute. Bye. And then it came home. I was like, why did I think this is cute on me? I'm stupid.
I need to see you with a hat on.
Yeah. And also, I don't
I've never
even,
seen you with a hat on.
I wear a lot of baseball hats. Um, I don't look good in hats. Okay, so, like Dave, like my husband. So,
Uh,
okay, so they go to the durian market. Durian is Singapore's national fruit. I know a lot about durian, because, I have this weird ex-boyfriend who I think is a cult leader in Bali, and,
Oh, Jesus.
he, like,
Not a
left the
cult
United
leader.
States and, like, doesn't speak to his kid. It's crazy.
Oh,
And, walks around in a sarong and does things like lives on air for a week and
yeah, that's very cult-like.
it does
Yeah.
yoga 24/7
Mhm.
and takes himself into the
Mhm.
forest to live on raindrops and.
Oh, man. Skinny
But
life.
yeah, yeah. He one time years ago posted all about the durian and how it's durian season and it's so
Mhm.
delicious and it's an aphrodisiac and it's all these
Mm.
wonderful things. Okay. Also, James and Tata they're also in Indonesia. Bali is in
Mhm.
Indonesia. Were also very into the durian, and she made him try it, and he like vomited. Apparently, you open it up, and apparently, it literally smells like rotting flesh.
Ugh.
It smells like a dog that had died on the side of the road. People
Huh.
and she says that, "Oh, it really smells like,"
Yeah.
but people say that if you can get past the smell, it is like the best fruit in the world for you, like medically.
Oh, really?
And James, when he ate it, when Tata made him eat it, not only was he like literally gagging and vomiting from the smell of it, like literally he went outside and vomited. He said that the texture of it is so
Mhm.
disgusting. But I gotta say, once again, you can't judge a book by its cover because
You can't.
you think that she would be
Yep.
like, no fucking way am I eating this rotting flesh,
Yep.
gelatinous bullshit. But she was
And
like,
she
okay,
tries it.
I'll try it.
She's a nice girl. Look, there's nothing wrong with liking nice, expensive things. And I think people think if you like that lifestyle, you must be an asshole, you must be a snobbish
Yeah.
bitch. But there's nothing wrong with I like what I like. It doesn't mean
Yes.
you're a horrible person. Case in point with Sarah. She's like, it's really not, she's sweet.
I think she's sweet and she makes a lot of good points about how she doesn't have to settle and she
She
shouldn't just have
doesn't.
to settle. Yeah.
No. Mm-mm.
Um, so Sarah and Kitty try the durian. They aren't too disgusted. And the talking head, she goes, I mean, it's kind of gross, but it's better than frog. It's like,
There you go. Yeah, I probably have to agree with her because I would rather try that fruit than that frog and
I would
his
too.
full body and his legs and eyes and skin and
I'm
all
not
the
gonna
shit that
be
we
quiet. I'm not
unfortunately
just be
saw.
quiet. I'm not gonna eat the rest of the day. Stop.
You're not going to throw up right now during the pot. She was gagging, you guys.
Okay.
If you're watching this on YouTube, as you should be, she's gagging. You got it together?
I'm sweating a little bit now. Okay.
Think about the fruit. Think about the fruit. Think about the fruit.
It tastes like rotting flesh. No, thank you.
It doesn't taste like rotting flesh. It smells like it.
Really, my nose started running. I got disgusted. Okay.
I need you to pull it together right now.
So she tells Dolly about eating the frog porridge in the red light district, and she goes, "Oh, okay." And Dolly didn't say that's inappropriate for a date. I'll talk to him about it.
Yeah.
She didn't say that. She goes, "How was the porridge?" And she says, "It tasted like chicken." And she goes, "But here's the thing. He's very nice, but he's not as established as the men I'm used to dating. I'm drawn to guys who make me feel secure, like my father." And she goes, "You want a man to make you feel safe?" And she says, "Right." And she says, "I grew up in a very traditional and stable life. And that's what I want. And I shouldn't have to sacrifice." She says, "I can provide all this for myself.
Right.
But I would also like a man that can provide it for me as well."
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that that's a good point. She's not like, "I'm broke and I need a man to buy me Louis Vuitton bucket
Yes.
hats." She's like, "I
Yes.
can afford all this myself.
Yeah.
But I want somebody on my level." Right?
I need to find like her on Instagram so I could like check out her store.
Her jewelry. Yeah. Well,
Because bitch, how much are you selling it for?
yeah, maybe it's like a Meredith Marks. Maybe it's like super expensive. Yeah.
Maybe.
And she says, I should be able to have that. And Dolly says, "So every time I see you, you're covered in brands." And now the way they made this look on the previews was Dolly was being an asshole, but I didn't feel like she was. She says, "Do you want a man that can keep you like this?" And she goes, I need a man that can keep me on a comfortable level." She goes, "It doesn't have to be a luxury lifestyle, but I'm used to nice things and I can actually afford them myself."
Yeah. Good
And the
girl.
mother says, "But are you into compromising at all?" And probably the mom was like, "We've been in Houston and it's been the greatest guy ever, but he works at the Verizon store and that's not good enough for you." The mom's probably like, "We met some really nice guys that just have a regular desk job and she doesn't like those guys."
Right. I get it.
And Sarah says, "Yes, I will compromise, but at this age, I don't think I have to. And maybe I'll compromise 5 years down the road."
I mean, I don't see anything wrong with that. I really don't.
I really don't either. Now, I don't think she
I
should
thought
be
I
like,
would, but I didn't feel that way.
but maybe we're not seeing something. Maybe she's saying, "No, I actually only need a millionaire. I need him to be 10 years older than me because I have daddy issues. I need a man that can take me on a yacht every weekend." But we don't hear her saying that. We just hear her saying,
No.
"I need somebody on my same level."
And I think if she were saying the things that you just mentioned, they would have included that in there.
Yeah, because they're certainly not sugarcoating Tony.
Oh no. How could they?
He hadn't said one decent thing yet.
No, I mean, with him, you could throw sugar on shit. It's still shit.
Gross, Keisha. That's
okay,
gross.
I'm gonna make her throw up this
That's
episode,
disgusting.
guys. Sorry. Well, it's true. He's a shitty person no matter how you spin it. He just is.
It's just too bad. God, I bet he's getting a lot of hate. A lot of hate.
You think?
Okay, let's move on to Monica.
Oh,
Monica.
She dug this episode.
Monica, you can tell you haven't been dating for 20 years because you don't know how to do it.
Nope.
You're on a date. You're on a dating show. You're supposed to be dating multiple people.
And you don't need to give the details to any of them.
Now, please remind me, because I did miss an episode or two when I was sick. I watched them because I didn't take notes. It didn't retain. Okay. Did Bernardo say he's okay with not having children?
Yes. Like once she said that she didn't want to have kids, he's like, well, basically we said I can do without having kids. It's okay.
Okay. Well, Bruno said flat out, I don't give a shit about having kids, which is better than I kind of don't care.
Because with the kind of don't care could mean You get married, you're with them a couple of years, and you're like, something's missing. I want to have a baby.
Yeah, and at this point, she's 45, and she's like, "It's not happening."
I mean, a
Yeah,
miracle baby could have. You
yeah.
just never know. Yeah. I wouldn't
So
want to be starting at that age
I
all
wouldn't.
over again.
I wouldn't either. I wouldn't either. Okay, so Monica, so she's got a date with Bruno. It's the guy that she saw the video of when she was at home, but
Mm-hmm.
she's been talking to Bernardo every day.
Right. She
Every
likes him.
day.
He likes
Is
her.
is it 5 days? Is it 12 days? Is it 3 weeks? Does every
Yeah.
day you had one date and you talk to him the next day? We don't know.
Yeah.
She said she's nervous about liking 2 guys at once, to which I say, "What the fuck are you wearing, girl?" She is in a red crop top, pigtails, bike shorts, red sneakers, and a fanny pack.
I could have done with everything except for the 2 ponytails. I didn't get it at all. I mean, maybe it's because she knew she was going rollerblading and she
She
knew
had
she
to wear
needed
a
to grab
helmet.
onto
Yeah.
something. Well, she needed to grab a hold of something. So she's like, well, grab hold of my hair, like pull myself. If I'm going too far this way, I can
It's
put
like
myself
wonk,
back
wonk,
over
wonk.
like that. Yeah. I didn't get that at all. I'm like, what? And then they were kind of locked. They weren't like straight down the middle. It was kind of slant. I'm like,
Yeah,
girl,
yeah,
what
yeah,
the
yeah,
fuck
yeah,
are
yeah.
you doing? And why did she keep going on dates that have to do with like exercise or physical?
Because she's sporty and she has told her that she likes to go on dates where she's moving and she's active. I'm like, "Just take me to dinner and give me a nice glass of wine." Okay, that's what I need.
That's what I need. And we could like walk around the park, I
That's nice.
guess. But this right here, that would have been a hell no. Meet me when you're done.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
So, she's going rollerblading, so I guess she decided to, like, theme it up for the thing. So, she calls, her mom and her daughter, and they all laugh about, like, "Oh my god, you're going rollerblading." So, in the talking head, Louisa says, "Bernardo was a great match for Monica, for her
Mm-hmm.
first date, but overall, Bruno is a better match because he's very firm in what he wants, and I'm very
Mm-hmm.
excited for them to meet and hopefully start a relationship." I think she's trying to, like,
Okay.
"Let me show you Bernardo,
Yes.
who's good looking but doesn't want kids."
Mm-hmm.
And I think it backfired on, Louisa.
I think it did too. And she's most definitely not following Luisa's rules.
No, 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 no.
Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm.
So she meets up with Bruno and they hug and they kiss on the cheek or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like,
He's
"Have
the
you?"
green card person. It just,
Oh,
he's the
oh,
one. He was doing too much of this.
that was weird.
He
Uh-huh.
was doing too much of this, and he was
Yes.
doing too much of something else. I'm like,
Yeah.
this motherfucker wants a green card. I just, the
Mm.
more we went on the date, I'm like, he wants a green card. Yeah, he's the one.
Interesting. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, "Have you experienced rollerblading?" She says, "No." And the talking head, he says, "She's very pretty and small," which I like. And I like her smile. And I'm really nervous. I've never dated an American before, but when I saw her, she sort of calmed me down.
She is a Silva sister, first season of 90 Day Fiance when Darcy was on there.
You're so right.
You cannot tell me they're not related. Even the voice, the behavior,
The
all of
screaming,
that. The
the
screaming, the
screaming,
crying,
the
the
screaming,
crying.
the crying, the over the
Yeah.
top. She doesn't do a lot of like snatch to manifest. She doesn't do that.
No, not that. No.
But between her and Amber in Ireland, you would
Mm-hmm.
have to go and get
Earbuds.
ear replacement surgery after being around them. The screaming.
Yeah. I don't
I
get it.
really, in my old age, I really can't take loud. I really can't take loud, and they are both
Yeah.
so loud.
Unnecessarily like if there's something exciting going on
Yeah.
and you're loud for a moment and like we're all
Like,
but it's
"Woo!"
just for any given situation they are screaming and I just don't. I'm like you, it bothers my soul right now to hear all that goddamn screaming.
She is
Why? For
screaming.
what?
She puts the helmet on backwards, and she scream laughs
Yeah,
about that.
it wasn't that fucking funny. It
It
just
I
wasn't.
it
It was a
wasn't.
little funny.
It was funny, but not for the screaming. So
No.
then he helps her put her rollerblades on and her talking head. She
Hmm.
goes, "Oh my God, it's like a Cinderella moment. Him helping me put on my rollerblades. I've got the butterflies. And Louisa warned me about kissing on the first date. So I need to get my emotion in check." You're
He helped you with your rollerblades because he thought you were going to put them on backwards like you did the helmet.
and you're already thinking about kissing him? It's been 8 minutes, girl.
You don't even know how this guy smells. You don't know what kind of teeth he has at this point. There's like a lot of stuff that you need to still see, like that you like him.
What's his personality? What's his
None of that.
job? Okay. So
Nothing.
so she says, "What's your job?" And he says,
Mhm.
"I'm a business consultant." Red flag.
Yep.
Get specific. If you're not specific, if
Yep.
you say I'm a consultant, we don't believe you.
We've seen it one too many times.
And he's a journalist. Does that mean he like writes a Substack? What does being a journalist mean? Is he on air? Does he write for a newspaper?
Which one is it? Because you said you were a business consultant, but then you go, but then I'm a journalist. Well, which one is it? Do you journal? Are you a journalist for business consulting? What what is it?
Do
Because
you
you're,
business consult other journalists?
like I said, green card.
I think you're right. So she says that she has a daughter, and she goes, "Do you want to guess how old my daughter is?" Because she's fishing for a compliment here.
Of course she is.
And he goes, "Oh, I guess 10 years old." And she goes, "No, she's 21." He's like, "What? I can't believe it. You look so young."
Mm-hmm.
So they rollerblade. She scream laughs some more. And he says he's 40. She says she's
Mm-hmm.
41. Um, and they have a little bit of a language issue, but he says, "Do you want to go
Yes.
for more?" He means children. And she goes, "Rollerblading, yeah." And she goes, "Wait,
Yeah.
children? No, no, I don't want to
Yeah.
more
Yeah.
children." And she goes, "No, no, 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 no more children." And then she goes, "Is that like a problem? You want children?" He goes, "No, I'm looking for a woman, not for a mom of my child. I'm only looking for love." And this is where I think you're right, Keisha.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for a woman to take me to the United States.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right. So they go to a street market. They do a selfie. Blah. Talking head, she says, "I'm conflicted because I like both guys. And that's really not in my character to be dating two men at once. It's really hard." So they eat some street food, and she says, "Oh, this reminds me of an empanada." Da, da. They talk a lot about the food. We didn't need it. And she says, "So I want to thank you for that video that you sent because um, it says you're really looking for a relationship." And he goes,
Mm-hmm.
"Yeah, I am. And I was very excited and nervous and curious to meet you and know more about you. And I'm really liking this date and I want more." And she's like, "Well, you're so cute and I really like you."
He
And
sent that video to 24 other American women.
he said, "Louisa, send it far and wide.
Yes, he
I'll
did.
also take England."
And
Um,
that's why he didn't say any name. He didn't say
yeah,
a name in the video.
he did say, "Hi,
Just send it
Monica."
to all of exactly. Mm-hmm.
And she says, "Oh, Bruno, what will I do with you?" And he does like a cute heart like
Mm-mm.
this.
I can't. Mm-mm.
And she goes, "Oh my God." She screams. I can't do the screaming because it blows out the microphone. You can't hear it, but
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
understand she screams, "Ah."
Yeah. Yeah.
And he goes, "No, I don't mean sex. I mean love." And then they fully, camera in the face, like Amber and Keegan, go to town on them making
I
out with
was
tongue, and it's so close.
I was totally disgusted.
I was like, "We don't
Just
need
why?
this."
No, why the close up? Like, I don't want to see this person's tongue, and they're all sweaty from rollerblading and being
Yeah. And they
outside
were
and
just
shit.
eating, like, the
What are
empanada
they eating?
sandwiches.
Yes, I'm like, oh God, like this is too much. Too much.
So he says, "Do you wanna go with me tomorrow? Do you wanna go and eat with me tomorrow?" And she goes, I'm not sure of my plans, but yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to see you again." And she goes, I just don't know. I just don't know." And he goes, "Oh, about what?" And she goes, "I just don't know about a lot of things." And he goes, "Is it the distance?" She goes, "Yeah, it's the distance." And the
But if you
other
give me a green card, you don't have to worry about that distance because I'll
and she
be
goes
right there in America with you.
she goes, "And of other people I've met, I just have a lot to think about." And they make out a little bit again. And he says, "You are so beautiful. And I hope I will
Uh,
see you tomorrow." Heart again.
she don't know how to be a player. She has no playerism in her at all. Girl, you don't
Mm-mm.
let one know what you're doing with the other one. You don't even let that one know there is another one. Like he
She should
realizes you're on a dating show, so
she
you're
sh-
going to be going out on dates.
she should have consulted with Louisa before this next stupid behavior. Okay.
But she
So,
don't listen to shit Louisa says.
well, that's true. So the
Yeah.
talking head, she goes, "He's such a good kisser. And it feels like he really wants me and likes me."
That's all she wants. She wants to be wanted.
So maybe Bernardo's a little more of a challenge and she doesn't feel it as much, like he wants her as
I don't,
much.
I don't know.
Did
I don't
she
know.
made out with Bernardo too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not like that.
Okay.
Not like that. But yeah, they
She
kiss.
was I just feel bad about Bernardo because Louisa told me not to kiss him, and then I couldn't help myself, and I was set on Bernardo, and now I have 2 amazing candidates. How does it happen? This is horrible. This is the worst case scenario. I mean, it's a good problem to have, but somebody's gonna get hurt.
Well, at this
Believe me when
point,
I tell
you're
you
making so you're hurt.
these men don't care.
I'm
They don't
like,
care.
she's feeling like this. I'm like, these men will have a whole wife, 2 side chicks, a chick in another country, a baby mama, and another girl pregnant. They give 0 fucks. And you're worried because you just went out on 2 dates with 2 different guys? Girl, be so for real right now. And like it is tearing her up inside.
She is devastated with her
Yes.
whole behavior.
And
So
she's that whole behavior, and you just kissed.
it just made out a couple times.
Really? Yeah.
So
In public.
in her room, she's telling production, she goes, I just feel so bad. I have feelings for Bernardo, but Bruno, he's also awesome. I've never been in this position before, and somebody's going to get hurt. And if I say yes to going out with Bruno again, I would feel like I'm not being true to Bernardo. It feels like
You're not his girlfriend.
cheating. And
It's not.
I feel obligation and responsibility towards Bernardo. I have to be clear and transparent.
When she picked up that phone to call him, I said, this dumb bitch. Why would you do that? Like you went on 1 date with each of these guys.
Right.
1 date.
And now
that
you're
is it.
and now you're texting friends with Bernardo.
I was like, man, she needs like a dating coach because
Bad.
this is, I mean, and we've been with our partners for ever and a day, and
Yeah.
we know better than not to do this shit.
Yeah. Just because we watch so many shows and
Yes.
it's just crazy. So she
Yep.
calls Bernardo and she's like, hi. He goes, hi, what's going on? And she's like, and he goes, what's happening? And she goes, will you just listen to me talk for just a minute? He goes, I mean, do I have a choice? Okay.
Yeah.
She goes, I had a good day today. It was fun. I had a good time. And we spent time talking. And I like him too. And I kissed him a couple of times. What are you doing?
Girl, why are you? I'm trying to understand why she's so hurt and so bothered and so scared. Like literally, she could go on a second date with either one and be like, oh, this guy's disgusting and he bugs.
Right.
1 date. 1 day. And maybe she doesn't need to kiss on the first date. Luisa's right because she falls in love. No, she don't need to do it.
She's
Luisa,
like Sonali on The Virgins. I fall in love
yeah,
with one kiss.
one
Yeah.
kiss. Like at first, it's like Luisa, shut up. Now I get it.
Now
Luisa,
I get it.
you're right. Yes.
And he goes, well, what can I say? Because he's probably like, what can I say? I had a date yesterday as well, and I banged that
Right.
girl 6 ways to Sunday. I mean, so she's like,
Yeah.
oh, she starts bawling, crying. I was like,
Mhm.
get out of here. Okay.
Yep.
Next time on, Harold and Amber do more sightseeing, and he says, I think she's into me. I think she's
It's
into
their
me.
second date.
He goes,
Yeah.
I'm feeling warmth from her. And as they're like joking around, they do a quick kiss on the lips.
Well, she went to kiss him on the cheek, and Harold.
Oh, I didn't see that
got
part.
A little lip. That she's like.
They kissed and they laughed about it.
Mm-hmm.
It made me happy.
That's good. Mm-hmm.
Amber of Ireland. Amber goes on a date with a cute Irishman and flirts and acts crazy. This guy's hot.
He's a cute in the face. He's got a booty. He's dressed nice. Like,
She's screaming about his booty. Wow, let me see that booty. Woo! She's screaming about it.
Play the shit cool. Like, come on. Like, but you know what? I'll give it to Amber. She does show her crazy right up front.
And she's willing to just date. And she did go on that date with Keegan, make out with him, and then start crying and say, I went to somebody's murder farm yesterday. I feel so bad about it.
And I ate his shit tea. I
Yeah.
drank his shit tea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, did you see that episode with the shit tea?
I saw it. Yeah. I
Oh,
saw the episode, just didn't, obviously
yeah,
take any
gotcha.
notes. So, okay. So this guy then goes, do you wanna come home with me? My mom is making an Irish stew. So probably she's gonna be grossed out because his mom is making Irish stew because these guys all live with their moms. Okay.
I mean, I don't care who you live with. I'll take the Irish stew.
I mean, it probably sounds good.
Yeah.
So it's probably got a lot of potatoes in it. You know what I'm saying?
I know. Yum.
Tony meets with
Ugh.
Louisa and she goes, Tony, I do not think you are that open to the process. And if everything is a deal breaker, I don't think you'll find someone, which is a great point. Everything is a deal breaker with him.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. It
Now,
is.
here's where Tony, again, is using he's got the toilet paper with the word of the day on it. Or he's got a flip calendar where he learns a new word every day and then he
Right.
stares at himself in the mirror and uses it in sentences.
Mm-hmm.
He says, when she makes derogatory terms like I'm difficult. Okay, this is what he said. This is verbatim. When
Mm-hmm.
she makes derogatory term, no, that what you should when she says derogatory terms, but he
Mm-hmm.
says when she makes derogatory terms like I'm difficult, it is deterring. None of
Even
that is correct
I,
English.
even I know better than that, and I struggle with the English language all day, every day. But I know that was inaccurate. I'm like, that's not
He could
right.
have said, "It's deterring to me when she makes derogatory terms. It's deterring to me when she says things about me that are derogatory."
Yeah. And
Fixed
all
it.
she said was he was difficult. She didn't call you an asshole. The rest of America is doing that. She just said you were difficult.
He says,
Okay.
"Hopefully, she's gonna be able to prioritize my wants, needs." He doesn't say wants and needs, Keisha. He says my wants, needs.
Well,
But
sneeze.
he learned somewhere that wants and needs is something you could say, but he forgot the and.
I feel like that almost drowning incident did a little bit of brain damage to him because
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
fucking stupid.
He was
Like
putting
he
that
just really
oxygen
is.
just a couple of
I think
seconds too
so.
long.
Yep, I
Yeah,
agree.
yeah.
Yep. Mhm.
And she says, "You are my most difficult client." And he looks right at her and goes, "That's why I hired you." Okay, let's be for real here. You didn't hire her. The show hired you and they
Yeah,
sent you to Brazil. And now Louisa may never work for the show again because of how awful
after
you are.
him.
Yeah,
Yeah. And she's a better matchmaker. Like she's spot on with what she's doing. In the very beginning, I'm like, I don't like her, but nope.
me too. Mhm.
She calls them on their bullshit. She does.
Now, thank God, because we've had several episodes without Katerina. She's back next
Yes.
week.
Thank God.
Katerina goes with Victoria on a date, probably because she's like, she can't be left to her own devices.
Right.
Um, they go to see a comedian. The comedian is her date.
Mm-hmm.
And Victoria sees this as some sort of challenge that Katerina wants to see if Victoria will laugh, even if it's not funny, because she's trying to people please. Well,
Yeah.
I think if you're watching a comedian from a packed audience and not laughing, I think that's fucking rude. Just pretend to laugh.
Yeah. Just
I,
pretend to laugh.
I don't think that's people pleasing. I think that's called manners.
I mean, I've sat through a many a comedy shows.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you just gotta fake it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Just
Yeah. Because
smiling.
they're gonna notice that one person who's not laughing. They will for sure notice that person, like, why is that person laughing?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Monica tells Louisa, who's looking at her like, "Are you kidding me?"
Yeah.
Monica tells Louisa, "I just don't like hurting people. So I called Bernardo and told him everything about my date with Bruno, that I kissed him." And Louisa looks at her and goes, "You did what? What is
Yeah.
everything?" And she was like, "Well,
Yeah.
like I said, that I kissed him." And Louisa just looks at her and goes, "This is not good."
No, it's not good at all. It was unnecessary as well. Like, why are you doing this?
Louisa's like, "How did I get the short end of the stick on this show that I
Both
got
times.
these people?"
Yep. She may actually totally, you're right. She may get out of the matchmaking business completely between these two fools. Yeah. Because they are fools. They should date each other. She's got long hair. She's got a good job. She's got a nice place. She already has a kid because I don't think he would be a very good dad.
She
Because he's,
exercises. She's got a fit, muscular body.
yeah, I they may be on to something right there. Yeah.
Mm,
And all he has
yeah,
to do is kiss her and she'll fall in love.
that's true. That's true.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Look, we already solved it.
We solved it. All right, the end. The
Yep.
show's over. Everybody, that's our show. Now, as a reminder, next week, I said it at the beginning, we'll say it again. Next week, we go back to Mugshot Monday. Next week will be Love After Lockup. If you want to continue with the Match Me Abroad recaps, they have been hither and yon on the free feed, but they're going to go back over to the $10 level of Prime. Also on that level, you're getting The Valley and what else am I covering? Let's talk about what we're covering, okay? Because it's hard for me. Right now, Match Me Abroad is on Mondays, but it's switching next week to Love After Lockup, okay?
Yes.
Tuesdays is still 90 Day Happily Ever After. Wednesdays, we have The Valley on the $10 level. And also coming out on Wednesdays on the $5 level is Welcome to Plathville. Pop and Bravo on Thursdays. This week, I have Tess from the podcast Psych Legal Pop. Coming out on Fridays is 90 Day, The Hunt for Love. And on Sundays is 90 Day UK. And if we're counting, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And starting next week, 8 episodes a week.
And then the week after that.
No, counting Love After Lockup, it makes it 8.
You're forgetting a whole show that's about to premiere in a couple of weeks.
Well, I'm not counting Love is Blind until they send us a screener.
Oh, yeah, they haven't.
I'm going to be reminding them again on Monday, and I'm going to be going over the head of the person that's supposed to be sending us the screeners, because by August 1st, we should have gotten the screeners. The show debuts August 13th, and they usually give us a 2-week window to watch this, to do the episode. So yeah. Anyway, that's just some office talk between Keisha and I, but we do want to cover Love is Blind UK because it's so good. But all the shows I named, you guys, Keisha and I are doing The Valley. Match Me Abroad, this one is good. That's going back over to $10. Welcome to Plathville. You've never seen somebody more rage-filled than me. And the episode that's coming out this week, gird your loins, because I'm even more full of rage than I was last week.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. All right. Well, I'm glad I'm on the less serious shows where I don't have to, we don't really have you rage out on our shows.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I know you said you're worried about my health. You only need to worry about it on that one, because that's the one where I really elevate my blood pressure. I'm supposed to be keeping my blood pressure down. But on that show, I can't help it.
Oh, those Plath people.
By the way, guys, we're recording this on Sunday. This episode will come out Monday. Go ahead and go over to my Instagram and check it out, Pink Shade Pod, because I put up a hilarious reel of Kimberly, who has decided to start a feud with Keisha.
And I just don't understand. I don't know what I've done, but I tell you what, I'm not just some bitch who's going to sit back and let another bitch talk about me either. So, Kimberly, I'm coming for you this week, because I thought we were good, but I hear you've been talking shit about me in these streets, in these podcast streets.
Yeah. She has.
I heard about it. Even sent me to a certain island. Oh my God, damn. Is it that? What did I do? What did I say?
You guys will have to listen to the 90 Day UK episode, because she got, first of all, she got off on Kim Plath. And literally, Kim Plath is like responsible for everything in the world, including a certain island for somebody who died who used to take young girls. That we're not going to say on the free feed.
I was like, whoa. What? I got to go there? I was like, send me to a dude ranch. Why did you send me there? Of all the places. I'm like, I have to get to the bottom of this shit, like real quick.
Okay. Well, I think if you just have her on to talk about Honey Boo Boo, your beef will be squashed.
Well, here's the thing. Like, Mama June just ended, and every season we do an end of the season wrap up, but I need to find somebody else to do it with. I don't feel safe. I'm like, she gonna cuss me out of my own show? I'm like, can I be myself? I don't know. I don't. You gotta talk. You gotta get it. You gotta get your people together, Mary Kay. Because here 2 weeks ago we were all kumbaya. We gotta work together, everyone. And now this. What happened?
I don't know. I don't want to be the intermediary. It's not good for my blood pressure.
Well, you don't have to be. You're gonna have to be. You're gonna have to be. because she said it on your show.
It's true.
She did me bad. I don't know what went left.
Oh my God. I gotta tell you guys, I put that reel together myself, and it did take me about 4 hours because that's how long it takes me to put together a reel. And I just laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed every time. It's really funny. Okay, everybody, if you want to see that reel, you can do. I think it's on the TikTok Pink Shade Podcast, but it's on Instagram at Pink Shade Pod. Also, please follow Keisha. She's got a podcast, The Libra Lounge Keisha, and she's got a great Instagram where she is giving you tips every day on how to dress for your age over 40.
In which
You're doing
you
it.
don't have to dress for. You just wear whatever you want to. You just make sure it's for the right body type,
Yes.
good colors, all that good stuff. So.
Yeah, that's right. Keisha's out there.
Maybe that's why she hates me now. I don't know. She's like, hey, fuck her and her cute clothes.
Keisha's out here doing the Lord's work, y'all.
Oh,
All right, Keisha, I will talk
man.
to you on Wednesday for the Valley Reunion episode 1.
All right. See you then.
Okay, bye.